go. Sunday night edition of Knicks Post Game Live presented by Prize Picks. CP the franchise here. If you're a diehard Knicks fan or you're a diehard basketball fan, hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. Knicks in T-Dot, Toronto for the final road game. Final of the 4 road games. And this one went as we pretty much expected it to go. Knicks shorthanded once again, losing the Block Nest monster Mitchell Robinson to the health and safety protocol. No point guard again, Kemba Walker out with the sore knee. So these shorthanded Knicks did look the part. Severely undermanned, and this Raptor team that got back to practically full strength manhandled them, man, from pillar to post. Wire to wire victory, 120 to 105 for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet absolutely running wild on these Knicks. And it was another case of the bricks for the Knicks, man. Knicks shooting blanks out there, similar to what they did in OKC. Just couldn't get their shots falling, especially early in the game. Meanwhile, the Raptors went out hot. And for the Knicks, you know, turnovers was a key factor in this loss. You know, the Raptors are third in the league in steals. I always talk about the fact that this is a wing factory. This is a wing factory. You have to be careful with the ball and handling the ball, passing the ball against this team because they have the length. They have the guys. Their arms are all the way across the passing lanes, across the paint. You got to be careful with the ball. And the Knicks just weren't that. They were anything but that. Today, 18 turnovers for the Knicks led to 27 Raptors points. Can't win that way. Got to take care of the ball. And then, as I said, for shooting wise, look, the ball movement was okay. The ball movement was decent. It was good enough to get a good offense going out there. They did finish scoring 105 points, but in the meat of the game, when it counted, Knicks just could not make wide open looks. And you got to do that when you're undermanned, when you have no point guard, you don't have your go-to guys. You got to make shots. You have to make your threes. You know, Obi 1 for 4, McBride 0 for 4, RJ 2 of 5. You have Fournier 4 for 10, Knox 1 for 3, Burks 0 for 1. Not enough for Burks. 1 for 4 for Quickly, 2 for 4 for Grimes. So they ended up shooting 33% from 3. But like I said, in the meat of the game, absolutely could not get a score there. So, unfortunate for the Knicks. And like I said, not having Julius hurts us. For the crowd that says, play the kids and we're a better team without Julius, that's nonsense, man. Because we're not. We don't have a go-to guy. We don't have a guy that can command the defense's attention, that can make the defense really rotate and focus on him. And we're missing that in Julius. We're missing that in Derrick Rose as well. We're missing that in Derrick Rose as well, and it shows. Our lack of point guard was evident again tonight. Tibbs goes with McBride. McBride plays 5 minutes. Didn't give the Knicks what they wanted. Didn't give Tibbs what he wanted. Didn't come back in until the fourth quarter. Alec Burks ends up starting the third quarter at the point. And these are the growing pains of playing the young guys, man. You're going to struggle. You're not going to look great. Everybody looks at the Houston game and saw McBride, playing like an all-star out there. It's not going to happen every night. Now they play a better NBA defense, a more disciplined NBA defense. And he doesn't look so hot. So those things happen. Those are the growing pains that come along with playing younger players. And then Tibbs, going to Burks in the third quarter, obviously he's trying to win the game. He wants to go with a more reliable option at the point. And so he goes with Burks. Didn't have much of a difference. Raptors scored 40 points in the third quarter. 40 points in the third. VanVleet finished the game 35 points, 11 to 17 from the field, 7 to 13 from downtown. Doesn't get any more perfect than that. Doesn't get any more perfect than that. When you look at the Points in the paint, 52-36. Look, Taj is not a rim protector. We're down Mitch. We're down Noel. We're down Sims to the health and safety protocol. You had to figure that was going to happen as well. Absolutely no rim protection. Raptors feasted in the paint, whether it was Van Vliet, whether it was Siakam, and Nobi had his looks. The second chance opportunities hurt us. Raptors 11 on the offensive glass. 44-30 overall rebounding. There wasn't many aspects of this game that the Knicks actually looked good in, to be completely honest. Really wasn't much to harp on from a Knicks standpoint against this Raptors team that is well coached. On the positive, though, I did like Obi's game today. I liked Obi's activity. I liked his energy out there. Obi finished with 19 points, ties his career high, which he had in Toronto. 6 dimes for Obi, which was good. We always talked about the fact that if you guys have been watching, our court vision breakdowns, our scouting breakdowns of Obi back when he was a rookie or coming into the league, we always talked about the fact that, his court, he sees the court very well and he passes the ball very well. And today he did so, 6 dimes. 4 of the 6 attempts were threes. You'd like to see him mix up the shot diet a little bit, albeit, he's not playing with the prototypical point guard that can really get him going. Missing Rose is big for him. You had hoped him and IQ could pick that up, but it hasn't been there just yet. IQ's decision making today wasn't so great. 4 turnovers for him. But for Obi, if we're gonna be settling in this half court offense and not necessarily getting out and running with him, dump it down to him, see if he can go to work in the post. He did see some flashes there. He did miss a couple bunnies, a couple turnaround jump hooks. But maybe that's an option to help us mix up our shot diet rather than just relying solely on the 3-pointers. Give it to Obi, dump it down low to him, let him face up and attack the rim. He's giving you that energy that you need. We're just not able to get out there and run. 8 fast break points for the Knicks today, 20 for the Raptors. 20 for the Raptors. Transition, and a lot of that was off of those Knick turnovers, man. Got to take care of the ball, especially against a team like this that's very opportunistic. Look at all the guys that they run out there in that lineup. They're all damn near built the same. From Siakam to Anunoby to Boucher to Scotty Barnes, Chiwa. They one time it looked like they had 5 wings out there playing. It's a tough team, even though they're tied with us in the standings. Damn near, we're neck and neck. Damn near in the standings. Still a well coached team, and this team has our number, man. It's a tough matchup for us. Definitely a tough matchup for us. RJ came alive and he had his moments. In the second half, first half really wasn't doing too much. RJ did come alive, finished with 19 points, 6 of 14 from the field. But lazy passing got him up out of the game. Tibbs was not having it, man. There was one point, I believe it was early in the fourth quarter. And, RJ telegraphing a pass, gets it stolen. Right after that, he was gone. Accountability, right? That's the accountability we're looking for. We're looking for it for everybody. But yeah, Tibbs was not having it with RJ with McBride today, man. Quick hooks. But RJ was able to get into a little bit of a rhythm in the second half. 2 of 5 from downtown, 6 of 14 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, finished with 19 points. Now, a lot of you guys say that's my prize picks guy. I missed my prize picks selections before the game started, so I didn't get to play the Knicks game for prize picks. But I had a lot of things in RJ that I liked, including I think they had his free throws at 3.5. And I figured, obviously, him being the only guy offensively that was going to consistently attack, he finished with 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Prize Picks had it at 3.5. So if you picked the over on that, you would have gotten it. They did have his points at over 19.5, which I was looking at the under because I didn't think he was going to have that much of an opportunity to really get to the basket and finish with guys like Anunoby, Siakam, the way that the Raptors can take that away from you, mixing it up between man and zone as well. I didn't think RJ was gonna really have as much success as he did against OKC in terms of attacking the basket. And that was pretty much it, man. Fournier, 20 points. Didn't get it done when it counted. Lackluster on both ends. My guy Burks, 11 points, 4 for 10 from the field. Not good. Quickly, 3 of 8 from the field. This is just average. Grimes came alive later on in the game, 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field. Grimes is okay. But overall, just, what we expected. I'm not sure too many people expected to come out of this game with a dub. Obviously, you hoped that they would, and maybe they surprise you, but I didn't see it happening today, and this was the result that I pretty much expected. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you, boy. CP on the solo dolo tip today. Shout out to the rhyme animal Chuck D. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. Chuck says something about fans thinking a star is automatic thing. A legit star demands double teams. Superstars, a game plan, and triple teams. Only 7 superstars in the NBA. Rest are stars or ain't. We have a culture and a system and 1 star. Yeah. Look, it's we are missing Julius. What you need is for Julius to play better in combination with some of these kids contributing and these role players contributing in their role. That's what you're looking for right now. You need Julius to play better. Figure out a way to make these guys better. And that's pretty much that. So we'll see what happens when he comes back. Shout out Kenny Gales. He says, SMH, we're learning things with Randall gone. Yeah. Look, this is the growing pains of playing the kids. You guys want to see the kids? Here it is. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. But also, let's not lose sight of the fact that we point guard. Things become much easier in this type of situation when you have a point guard who can break down your defense, collapse the defense, drive and kick, set guys up, execute a pick and roll. It's just not consistent with us. Yeah, you go to Burks, he's an emergency guy. You go to, IQ, this should be IQ's time to step up. Hasn't been that great. Hasn't been that great. But these are the growing pains, man. Call me up, man. 657-383-1509 is the number to call, or you can hit me up on the Knicks Fan TV Discord if you want to chop it up. Let me know how you guys are feeling, man. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this game. Let me go to I'm gonna go to Toussaint from Brooklyn, and then I see Michael White on the Discord. So Michael White on the Discord, definitely get ready. Toussaint from BK. Toussaint, how you doing, bro? Toussaint, going once. Hello? Toussaint, going once. All right, let me check something out here. Edgar, just go to Toussaint. Let him know that I'll be right there with him. I just gotta check something out on the phones. Michael White on the Discord. Michael White, what's going on? Michael White. All right, I don't know if Michael White can hear it. Let's go to Michael on the Discord. Michael on the Discord. Michael, what's going on? Wait for Michael to unmute his mic. Michael, going once. All right, let me see something here. Let me see if I need to restart the phones and the Discord. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Let me see if I need to just reset this thing real quick. Hang tight. All right, let me reset this. Jump back in. Close this. All right, hang tight. All right, let's see.
You're calling back into a live show. We are reconnecting you now.
Okay, phone lines are back up, 657-383-1509. Let's try this again with Toussaint from BK. Toussaint, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
You can hear me now, right?
We are in here. Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, what's going on, bro?
All right, yeah, man, I wanted to hit you with some early rapid fire. Continuity. Tonight, I feel like we definitely had no continuity. Evan Fournier, I feel like he needs to become more catch and shoot oriented. I'd like to limit him to maybe like two shots off the dribble a game, man. I don't like all them shots off the dribble. Him trying to, I feel like his game is best when he's catch and shoot, and maybe he gives you that extra off the bounce play. Taj Gibson, he played well. He plays well defensively, but I feel like he overhelps on the pick and roll sometimes. Nerlens, his longer arms, he can reach in and cut off the passing lanes a lot better. So I think maybe he overplays on the pick and roll. Kevin Knox, man, he's not KD. He's KV, man. I want to see more. I think we need to give him another look, man. It's Kevin Knox. They called a travel on him at one point after he missed his first shot, but he was ready to go to the Baja, man. He was ready. He couldn't rebound, so they had to, Tips had to sub him out.
Yeah.
Obi
Toppin. But that's the problem with Kev, though. That's the problem with Kev, why he doesn't get burned.
The rebounding?
Yeah. He's got to get on the boards and he's got to play defense. That's always the knock on Kev. We know he can shoot.
I think his defense is a little better. His defense, he caught a little block, I'm not going to say he's the best defender, but, he's decent out there now, man. The rebounding, I see it, though. I definitely see it. Butterfingers.
Recording in progress.
I definitely.
Yeah, bro.
Obi Toppin. I wanted to say Obi. I feel like he's Stoudemire 2.0. They didn't give him the ball on the block until the end of the third. I'm looking at Obi Toppin and Stoudemire 2.0. Let him face up. The moment he gets the ball, he goes to the free throw line. He went to the free throw line immediately. And Julius, this is my last point. I just feel like Julius, while he's sitting at home, he should be looking at how Siakam is playing out of the double team. Siakam's game is a little bit more simple. Julius averages basically 4 turnovers a game right now, and Siakam is sitting at 2.3. And I feel like Julius offensively, I don't know what he was doing in the offseason. I don't know where all of those videos went. But if he could pay closer attention to Melo's bag when Melo was here in New York, and just simplify the game offensively for himself a little bit and just slow it down, I think we'd be in a lot better of a position. But I want to see Kevin Knox. Got the frame. 6'9", he got the frame. If the game catch up with the frame, it's a problem. That's all I wanted to say. Shout out to you. Salute,
Appreciate it, bro.
Shout out to KnicksFanTV.
Appreciate that, man. All right, that was Toussaint from BK. Salute to Toussaint. Yeah, look, man. Kev's problem is the fact that for one, he needs to defend and he needs to rebound, and number two, when Kev gets a ball in his hands, he has the length. He just does not. He has the strides. He does not attack. He's very timid. And that's been a problem with Kev since his rookie year, man. You've never seen him be able to put the ball on the floor consistently and make a play. And you feel like the potential is there. It's just never really, he just never comes through. He can shoot. That's the one thing he can do, but the rest of his game just is not picked up. So I don't know. I don't think Kev has a future here. But we'll see what happens. Shout out to Junior Caroma. Says, Jules is surely missed. And I knew this would happen, but the chat wanted to see the kids, and this is the outcome. I'm a Deuce guy, but I also know that these are rookies, and they need time to develop. Yeah. Look, Deuce is going to take time, man. Before people looked at the Houston game and was ready to crown him, look, this is a rookie. It's going to be up and down. If Deuce McBride was a complete point guard, was a complete package, he wouldn't have been picked where he was picked. He would have been picked a lot higher. Anybody that can get their own shot off like that and that can defend like that, if he had more of an overall all-around game, he would have been picked higher. The same with Grimes. And so we know that these guys have weaknesses that they need to develop, and that's what playing through these mistakes are gonna do. And you hope that when the offseason comes, they get better over time, they mature, so on and so forth. But in the beginning, this is how it's gonna look, man. You're gonna see some ups and downs. But against this Raptors defense, then you're trying to contain guys like Fred VanVleet or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who they played. It's not gonna get. It's not easy, And then a lot of that, it's not like he's facing up on these guys one-on-one. A lot of that is how our pick and roll coverage is. So it's from a team standpoint. How do we defend? Check. All right, hang on. I'm having some mic issues. Hang on 1 second. Let me just fix this up real quick. All right, here we go. Yeah, audio is going in and out. I think it's just how my mic is plugged in with the USB here. It should be good now. So, but yeah, basically, as I was saying, just with the whole Deuce McBride thing and Grimes, it's going to be up and down. And a lot of it is, how he plays these guys one-on-one, but it's also going to be, our team defense, our team schemes in terms of defending the pick and roll. And then offensively, what can he give us? And it just hasn't been much in the first two games. People want to see him playing through it, but at the same time, Tibbs is also trying to give ourselves a chance to win this game. And so he goes to Burks in the third quarter. Wasn't much of a difference. And didn't make much of a difference. So, look, McBride will be okay. He will get it together, and we'll get right. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let me get to the phones, and then we'll get to Jay from Florida. Hang on 1 second. Cancel that. Yeah, all kind of technical difficulties going on tonight, but it is what it is. Just hang tight, and we'll get to it. What the hell's going on with this? All right, Jay from Florida, I see you on the line. Jay, just hang tight 1 second. All right, Jay, you can call back in. Phone should be good to go. Edgar, just go ahead and screen that 917 call. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Discord and get to some calls there. Salute to the mod. John Talento, what's going on? Delano, how you feeling? Okay, let's go to... See, when this microphone plugs out, it resets everything. So, all right, Michael on the Discord. Michael, let's go. Michael, going once? Oh, no. Michael, testing. Michael, testing. You should be able to hear me. Let's try somebody else, man. Let's try somebody else in here. Ari, can you hear me on the Discord? Ari, going once. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. All right, let's go to the phones. Jay from Florida. Jay, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, man? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Y'all can hear me? Yeah, man. Man, this team, man. I don't know, man. Hold on. Yeah, this team, man. I don't know, man.
What happened? Game, what happened with this team, man? Isn't this what you wanted? You want to play the kids, right?
Yeah, but now, like, I'm doubling down. I'm not blaming Julius no more. We ain't blaming Julius 2022 no more. Julius is a worker. He's a worker. I seen the light. I'm not blaming Big Juju no more. He's just a worker.
Here we go.
I'm doubling down on the Leon Rose is a fraud tape.
Here we go,
He's a fraud. He hasn't been hot since 2012.
Here we go.
LeBron fired him September 13th, 2012. They haven't been relevant since then. Worldwide West is supposed to be Bradley Beal. Man, Bradley Beal ain't coming. Nobody's coming to save the Knicks, man. This team is devoid of talent, man. This game wasn't really watchable, bro. RJ can't jump over a textbook. I keep saying it. He don't got no pop in his legs. I was watching Houston last night with Jalen Green. He got a lot of pop in his legs, man. He can make a lot of mistakes because he's a top level NBA athlete. RJ is average, man. We got a whole bunch of average people on this team. I do like Obi, man. Obi did his thing. Obi had some shot creation in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Good dishes. Played a really, really good game. I see something in Obi, man. But Deuce and Grimes is looking like they need Juju to be on the court to create for them, to attract the attention.
But this is who we have.
They look like they can't hang without Big Juju on the court.
But this is who they are, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, if they already came in established with their weaknesses already filled, they would have been picked higher.
Right.
There's a reason why Grimes is picked the way he was picked. He can't put the ball on the floor that much. McBride, they don't know what is McBride's true role in the league. Is he a true point? These are guys that coming in, their immediate impact will be role players, playing off a Randall, playing off ball, defending. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to give them all this responsibility. That's not in their game.
Point guard in the NBA and all that.
Say that again?
They making it seem like, oh, Deuce is our future point guard and quickly could start at point guard. These cats is average, picked in the 20s for a reason. Stop picking in the 20s, right? It's a reason they picked in the 20s. This is what I'm saying. We need a top 12 draft pick because the talent is at the front of the draft. We're not getting no free agents. There's no free agents in the pool for the next 3 years. We're going to keep picking in the 20s and keep being a mediocre, middle-of-the-road team, the worst place to be in the NBA. We got to wake up, man. Y'all can't be so happy with these meaningless wins and going to the playoffs and getting washed. We got to get some real talent, man. Scotty Barnes is like the next the Greek Freak coming up. He got the whole. I mean,
he's going to be a star.
Whole repertoire, bro. We got to stop playing, man. We got to stop playing. Pick a direction, Leon. You looking like a fraud, my brother. Leon, Rose, and Worldwide West. I know y'all listening. I know y'all listen to KnicksFanTV live. Y'all haven't done nothing in 2 years. You took over March 2020. You haven't done nothing since you took over. You haven't made no big moves, no big trades. The picks are dwindling down year over year.
What is the big move? What is the big move, though, Jay? Give me an example of a big move you felt like there was out there to be made that they didn't make. Give me an example.
The Warriors move, CP. The Warriors moved when they were shopping the pick. They made it known that they didn't want to make that. They didn't want to make that pick.
To go get Wiseman. We heard that they were interested in Wiseman. They were interested in LaMelo. Who?
Right. You go get LaMelo. You package Mitch. Stop being so conservative. My problem with the front office is they're overly conservative. Package Mitch. Mitch has done nothing since that point. You should have packaged Mitch, traded as many picks as you want. Go get your point guard. You get your engine. You get your engine. Everything is gravy after that. But they keep keeping these picks to make picks in the 20s. It makes no sense, bro. It's not culture building. This is not culture building. This is not team building, bro. We in the middle of the road.
What do you mean it's not culture building? Where was Siakam picked? Where was Van Fleet picked?
But Scotty Barnes, they picked Scotty Barnes top 4.
Yeah, because they had a terrible year.
Right back.
That was a year after they went to the chip.
I don't see it, man. I feel like we don't got enough talent, man. I don't know, man. I'm at a loss for words, but I don't know what to do no more, man. I
could tell. Because now you back on the Julie's bandwagon.
Yeah, I had to get. I can't even blame Juju no more because I'm like, damn, Juju might just be a worker. I gotta blame Leon Rose in him. He just out there working. I think my whole thing is I think Juju's frustration comes from the team that he put together for him. I feel like all the bad body language we've seen from Julius this year is because he's frustrated playing with that group.
That's fair.
That's what I'm starting to think.
Yeah, from a Julius standpoint, look, he has to be the guy, and that's not an easy position to be in. It's a lot of pressure that comes with that.
He ain't the guy,
and he's not the guy.
He's not the guy, man. Yeah, he's a 3-cog at best.
Yeah,
they got it, man. Listen, bro, we've been in some bad regimes over the years. This ain't a bad toxic regime like a Phil Jackson regime, But this regime is really, really conservative, man. They're gonna have to figure out. They're gonna have to make some big moves if we want to see something successful in the next 5 years. Right now, I don't see it, man. Kemba's knees is toast. Rose can't stay healthy. You got 2 point guards in their mid-30s. You don't got no shooting guards. RJ Barrett is average at best. He's a role player. He's a good, decent player. He's a role player. Should have picked Garland. You definitely ain't got no 3.
It's too much hindsight, man. It's too much hindsight, bro.
I don't see it, man. I don't see what's going to happen, man. I feel like we're in a bad situation. I'm watching the games in disbelief. It's just bad, man. Back to square one. Like I said, the future ain't all the way bleak. I take that back. The future ain't all the way bleak, but it's pretty damn bleak, CP. It's pretty bleak when you're watching the team. And you watching
all right, man. All right, man. Let me get you up out of here, man. Appreciate the call. Appreciate
Salute,
the call.
my brother.
I mean, he's all over the place, man. Now he's back on the Julius bandwagon. Now he's a Julius apologist. He can't make it up with Jay. He wants to tank. He wants to play the kids. Then when they get ran out the gym, something has to give. Name me the young team in the NBA right now that's beasting. Is it the Houston Rockets with Jalen Green in them? They just had an implosion in their locker room. Christian Wood not showing up for the COVID testing. You got Kevin Porter Jr. losing his mind again, leaving the game at halftime because he's getting cooked. Campazzo and them is cooking him. I mean, you can't have it both ways, man. There's gonna be growing pains with the kids. And guess what? If they're not good enough playing the kids, they'll be right back in the lottery where you want them to be, and you go draft the talent and see what happens after that. It just, you can't make it up, man. Fredo on the Discord. Fredo, what's good, bro?
CP, I'm about to go in, my guy.
Let's go.
The last time I called, I told you exactly what Jay just did was going to happen.
Yeah.
I said as soon as you guys going to get rid of Randall, and as soon as something goes wrong, they're going to blame the next person. And here we are. Okay. Jay's talking about he wants to keep drafting. Let's talk about some of the top 10 draft picks the Knicks have had recently. Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, how much more does this guy want to draft? How much more does he want to draft? It can't just keep going on forever. And listen, I love Obi, I love RJ, those are my guys. But it's just, we got to call it like it is, especially with the Obi and Randall talk, man. I mean, what went on with Randall was so disrespectful. And the way that it wasn't all the fans, but the way a lot of the fans were celebrating when he got sick is disgusting.
Yeah,
and
I didn't see much of that, but if you don't pay attention to that, you don't really see it, though. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're 100% right. And the thing I'll say is this, like, I want Obi to succeed because Obi succeeding is the Knicks succeeding. But it's just that you can't just throw them out into the fire like this. It's like 2 games, they have to gel, and it wasn't the right time. And now everybody's looking like, oh man, they're looking like Jay from Florida right now. So you got to stay the course. The solution to this right now is the Knicks they're in the middle of a rebuild, and they have to keep rebuilding. They have to like keep playing our vets and keep drafting. And as soon as that first opportunity comes to make a big trade for the right player, they have to do it. And Leon Rhodes,
that's what they're doing.
I know. I listen. I know that's what they're doing, and I know more importantly that that's what they're doing. And I know you've been trying to tell the people this, but they don't want to listen. And now that they're getting what they want, now they're like, oh no, I really don't want it. But you know what? Now you got it, and now you got to live with it. So I'm gonna back up off them because I'm a real positive guy. I support all the Knicks players, all of them. But I'm gonna let them breathe. But I just wanna kind of throw it in their face a little bit. Like, here you go. You wanted it, now you got it. But CP, have a good New Year, man.
Yeah, you too, bro. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. I mean, Jay, you looking for them to make a move for the sake of making a move. What's wrong with just staying disciplined? Sometimes that is your best move. And yeah, they've had their targets. You know what I'm saying? They've had their targets. We know that they were interested in Wiseman. We know they were interested in LaMelo. They were interested in Gordon Hayward. In what's the guy's name? Malik Beasley. They were interested in those guys. I don't know how much they were interested in DeRozan and Alonzo. I don't know. I'm not sure on that. But they've certainly had their targets. They wanted to jump up and go get Duarte, jump up and go get Murphy. Yeah, there is an opportunity cost to making the playoffs. Was it the best thing for them in building this team? Time will tell. In the immediate, probably not, but time will tell. Time will tell. But I also give him credit for not just throwing away assets just for the sake of it. Shout out to Bennett Cognato. $2 super chat says they love to hate Papa Julius. He's our engine. Amid Belfort, $5 super chat says Jay from Florida, classic Knicks fan flip flopper. Yeah, now he's talking about Julius is my guy. Jay says, why hasn't it happened? Why hasn't it happened? It takes time, man. So what? They should have gave up everything and try to get Bradley Beal this year? Is that what they should have done? Mortgage up the future and everything to try to get Bradley Beal? Bradley Beal hasn't signed his deal yet with the Wizards. He could still be had. Or should they have packaged everything up and gone in to get Dame in here? Because everybody's so confident that Dame's going to bring people to New York. He hasn't brought a soul to Portland. But everybody's so confident that Dame will bring somebody to New York. As Chuck said, man, it's very few of these guys that you want to package up your whole team for. Very few superstars in this league. Junior Caroma, Jules made a huge difference on this team, but the Jules haters would never admit that. $5 super chat. Shout out to Paul Robinson. He says 2 games and Obi's playing better in Julie's position than Julie's has all year. It's a team not getting it done. RJ got a hit open shot. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far about that. Pudge Nice, $2 super chat says, salute CP, big fan of the show. Salute Pudge Nice. Salute John Farley, $5 super chat. He says, how about nuance? We are missing our top 2 point guards, top 3 centers. Guys get thrown into roles clearly not prepared for. No practice time on the road. Yeah, that's a fact. We're missing a point guard, 2 point guards, our go-to guy, and our rim protection. And now you throw everybody in here in roles that they haven't been in. Now Fournier's still stinking up the joint, but that's been consistent. But now, you're putting guys in other roles, and it just hasn't come together. But these guys need time to gel. So this is one of those things. CT, that dude says SGA or Fox. Well, you can certainly go out there and inquire. We haven't heard either one of them being actively on the market. We haven't seen a Woj or Shams tweet that says that they can be had. Obviously, I would love to go get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course. No question. No doubt about it. Call me up, 657-383-1509, number to call. This is Knicks Postgame Live, presented by Prize Picks. Mike, I'm not sure if you're there on the Discord, man. You could try again, unmute your mic, but I don't know if Michael's here with us today, man. Michael going once. All right, so I'll get Michael. Move Michael out of there. I see Modelo Beckham in here. I'm going to mute your mic and go to the phones. Let's go to G from Jersey. G, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, CP? I'm a big fan.
Appreciate
Surprised
it.
I really even got on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, listen, this is what losing does, man. This is what losing does. But we still got the chat. Chat is still activated. But, you had some people that couldn't even stomach to watching this game. So it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Like, there's a number of problems I see going wrong with this team, man. And I was so optimistic in the beginning, but it's just like, the signing of Nerlens Noel, and he barely even plays. He's always injured, or I hope he feels better. But COVID got him again, and it's just like he's always out the lineup. Then you got RJ Barrett, not living up to how he got projected. It's just like he don't got no bounce. It's just like, he's trying hard. I like the work ethic and everything, but I really see a lineup with Quickly, Obi, because they got chemistry, and it shows every time they're on the floor. It's just natural chemistry. Tibbs need to do a better job of keeping those type of chemistry players together, whether it be in the starting or the secondary. Right now, we need to start a lineup to include some of these secondary players that already have chemistry. And it's like it's all over the place with Tibbs sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we did get to see extended minutes with Quickly, Burks, and Obi out there, especially when Tibbs sat McBride down. So, yeah, you want to see more of that and maybe some more pick-and-roll action with that as well. I thought, again, today was another opportunity to try Obi at the 5 and space it out with him. It's not like you were getting much more rim protection with Taj out there. Why not space it out even more with Obi? See if you can run some 1-5 pick and rolls with either Burks or IQ. Spread it out with some 3-point shooters with IQ, Burks, Grimes. You would have to put RJ at the 4 because you're going that small, but try it out and see. There's nothing to lose here.
And then you also got Evan Fournier that like Lil Mikey say, man, he's like the worst contract that we got on
Fournier's
our
been
team,
bad, bro.
like,
Fournier's been bad.
He's just a big disappointment, and it's just like, we need to give those minutes to the younger guys, and that's why I agree with playing the kids that have chemistry. We could get rid of Noel and keep Jericho because Jericho, he got life in his legs, and he makes something happen. He could run. A lot of these centers, they don't be liking to run no more. So, we got a young center, tall, athletic center. We need to use them. We need to use our strengths because when them young boys out there running, they get going. Going.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
All right. Thanks a lot, CP.
All right. Appreciate that. All right, let me cut that call off. All right, let's go to the Discord. Modelo Beckham, what's going on? Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, man. What's going on?
What's up, CT, man? Thanks for having me on. First time on here. I'm one of the owners of Big Nick Energy.
Okay.
So I don't know. And you guys see that, but we are notorious for just shitting all over our players.
Oh, family show, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so going back to that, right? So back a few years ago, me and my buddy used to talk about this all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we go, can you make a move to beat the Warriors, right? Can you trade something to beat the Warriors? Now let's go into that conversation, right? We're looking at the top of the East. We're going Bulls, Nets, Bucks, Heat, and then if we go over to the Western Conference, Warriors, Suns, Jazz, Grizzlies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any one player that we can get onto our team that will put us through the first round, second round, right? So you got all these people going, oh, we got to get rid of Julius. We got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of that. The truth remains, if we make any move, can we beat any of these top-tier teams? And the answer is more than likely no. Going halfway through the season, let's say we get a Damian Lillard, right? You think Damian Lillard's going to learn the playbook and bring us up to the upper echelon of teams in the NBA? The answer to that is absolutely not, right? So why the fact that anybody talks, let's move Julius, let's start Obi. Let's do exactly what we're doing and hope that some of these kids make it to the point where we want them to, where when the LeBron James era is over, the Nets era is over, when the Bucks era is over, when the Suns era is over, we can have a chance. There's literally nothing we can do to be the champions in the NBA right now. So all the talk about trades is just nonsense to me at this point. We're looking to trade away the future when
quick fix.
We don't even know what the future holds yet.
They want quick fix, back page satisfaction to say that we did something for the sake of doing something.
Exactly, and there's nothing we can do. What we can do is sit back. We can enjoy watching the kids on the days that COVID is rampant and our veterans aren't in. Sit back and enjoy. Take some notes. Say, oh, this kid is good at that, and say, I want to see this kid develop that. And that's what we are here to enjoy. We're not going to win a championship. And Knicks fans, if you've been a Knicks fan long enough, you know when you're close and you know when you're not.
Yeah, straight facts. I think that's a 5-star call, man.
The Carmelo Anthony team, we were beating Miami consistently with that team. Like, we looked good.
Mm-hmm.
The Indiana took us out, but that was the last time I was like, okay, maybe we can make a trade for one more guy to get us over this. But we're not even close. Look at the Bulls, went from nothing to something. We can't even keep up with them.
That's good points, man.
So to me, it's let's stop the trade talk. Let's just sit back and watch this team. We're not going to do anything We're not going to do anything more special than last year. So let's get that out of our heads. This is not last year. We got
to have some patience, bro, and definitely appreciate you calling in. Definitely appreciate you calling in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It is a family show, people, as we always say. You know, my guy, he came in with a great call, but he's a new caller. You know what I'm saying? When you don't even know it's like that, you got to pump the brakes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a family show, and also YouTube, man. We don't want to upset the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get demonetized and all that. So we call it down the middle. But I appreciate my guy's energy, and he's always welcome to call back in. You know, I do joke about that, but you know, I like to keep it clean for the kids and the algorithm as well. But he's talking to you, Jay. You got to have patience, man. And people say, "Oh, patience. I've been a fan for 30 years. I've been a fan for 40 years. We've been losing." Look, this regime is not going to come in and clean up all the past regime's mistakes. I'll give him a little bit of credit for staying patient with this thing. Doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. Doesn't mean it's going to automatically equate to a championship. This is the hardest sport to win a championship. I'll continue to say that. The hardest sport to win a championship. You got to stay patient. As my guy said, see what these young guys turn out to be. Don't just look at tonight's game and say, "Oh, well, McBride and Grimes, they're terrible. They're not going to be anything." Let it play out, man. Let these kids work on their game. This is the first time they're getting heavy minutes, heavy usage. Let it marinate, man. You got to let it marinate. And then we'll see where we're at. What happened to Sims? Sims is in the protocol, man. Sims and Noel been in the protocol a lot longer than expected. So I don't know. Hopefully they come back on Tuesday when we get back to the Garden and take on the Pacers. Shout out to Rhyme Animal Chuck D, $20 super chat. He says Donovan is this year's Tibbs. He got a star believer, and Lonzo is his D Rose. His system waited for this. Next year's different story. We're okay. Ain't even 41 yet out of 82. I can't speak for lackluster play. Indy's afraid of the Turner talk. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. Flavian at Vogie says we need Mr. Friday Night Knicks on the show for a battle of the fans with CP. Yo, but yeah, me and Robert Randolph caught a little bit of static after that Detroit game. You know, me and the Friday Night Knicks guy, we catch a little static when we cross paths. You know what I mean? So we got into a little bit of an exchange, but it was all good at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We shook hands and moved on. But yeah, man, Friday Night Knicks guy was trying to come at me a little bit sideways. I said, "Whoa, pump your brakes, man. You know, pump your brakes." All right, who else we got in the chat here? If you guys are new in the chat, leave me a hashtag new. Shout you guys out. Once again, Knicks postgame line presented by Prize Picks. Okay, I see some more people on the Discord. I'm going to queue up Mohamed on the Discord. So, Mohamed, get ready. And then I'm going to go to the phones right now. Let's go to Vladimir from Pennsylvania. Vladimir, what's going on?
Hey, great show.
Thank you, man. How you doing?
A couple of things bothered me up until tonight, which, tonight things bothered me also. But going over to, quickly, okay? The guy they're trying to make him into a point guard. He's dribbling around. He's going in. He's going out. And he's faking, and he has room then to take the shot, but then he keeps on faking and dribbling, and then he ends up with a harder shot than if he would have taken it when he's open. When you're open, you're open.
Yeah.
You shouldn't continue to dribble. You shouldn't continue to dribble the ball. Obi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think Obi. We were wondering last year if Obi could even, be in the league after 3 more years.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think the guy has a lot of potential. I think he's like a third of the way there. But what disappointed me tonight was the guy gets the ball like he does regularly, and he just keeps the ball moving. He's 25 feet away, and he gets the ball, and, somebody will go by him, and he gives the ball up right away. Very disappointing. I think his ceiling is really high, but, it could be this is, he can't get much better than what he's doing right now. I don't know. That's why we watch.
Yeah, I mean,
Knox.
look,
Can I talk about Knox for a second?
sure. If you feel it's worth it, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should just get rid of the guy. If you can get a second round choice, great. If you can't get a second round choice, maybe we can get a third.
All right. Not sure if you're being facetious there. Sure. I mean, no, I think Kev's just going to play out his contract here. And that'll be that, unfortunately. You know, would have loved to have seen it play out with him, but he doesn't have it. And that is it. That is part of the process of evaluating talent. You know, somebody in the chat said, well, this whole patient approach, should we have been more patient with Frank? No, I mean, clearly we saw that, Frank wasn't much of a player here. He's certainly helping out the Mavs. I'm sure Mavs fans like him, but, just in terms of how he fit here, he was a guy that, we could afford to let go. Kev is a guy that we can afford to let go, but they ran their course. They went through their 3-4 years, and now it's time to move on. Now it's the next guy's turn. With Obi, he needs minutes. Not going to get that with Julius here. I thought that, that draft pick was certainly puzzling based on, the intel that I got. But, again, they'll have to work it out. While he is here, would definitely like to see Obi, again, just attack more. Don't settle for so many 3-point shots. Have confidence in your face-up game because, like I said, I believe that, he has a first step that he can attack that basket and draw some contact. And it's been night and day from last year because last year he wasn't doing that at all. He was shook to even make a move out of the post. So he's certainly making progress. But you want to see a little bit more of that, especially when the 3-point shots aren't falling. Shout out to Hutch Zoo. He says, the way this team playing, a lot of these fans will be happy because we're going to be top 10 bound in the draft. Well, we're about 3 games out of I think the 6th seed. So it's not necessarily out of it just yet. But once Randall and Rose and these guys come back, they're certainly going to be trying to hustle for it. So we'll just have to see where they end up. We'll just have to see where they end up. People say Halliburton was the most obvious pick ever. Well, yeah, it's questionable, man. Definitely questionable. I can't argue against that. All right, let's go to the Discord. Let's go to Mohamed. Mohamed on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Mohamed going once. I see you unmuted your mic, but...
Hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. What's going on?
All right. CP, great job as always.
Appreciate it, man.
First time caller.
Appreciate it, bro.
Look, we all knew there was going to be an adjustment without Julius. He is centerpiece of our offense and our defense. Mm-hmm. He plays 30-plus minutes a night. There was no way to where we looked at these 2-3 games without him and say, you know what? We're just going to run rickshaw against everyone. Mm-hmm. We have to keep it. There has to have been some realism in there. So, Jay from Florida, I don't understand this flip-flopping. I understand. It took 2 games for you to flip-flop like this. But, again, we understand that there are Knicks fans like that. There's always pointing the finger. At the end of the day, let's take these games without Julius, see what we can do right, and actually try to incorporate it when he does come back. So, again, 2 things could be right. And also, in regards to the offseason, there's no way we could do what was available. There was no way. Because if we overpaid for Lonzo and DeRozan, you have people saying that we've...
Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we capped ourselves out. Again, we can't do that. So, at the end of the day, props to them for staying down packed and staying disciplined like other front offices. Like you said, look, they weren't here for the past 20, 30 years. They only can say from March 2020. So again, let's be patient. Let's stay down packed. Know that this was going to be an adjustment period. See what good things you can have. And then also just play the kids, but also you're going to see there's going to be growing pains.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man, and appreciate the call, bro. Definitely appreciate the call. It's my guy, Mohamed, checking in. So to Mohamed there, and I don't know the Bulls cap situation fully, But like I said, they went in to make sure that they keep LaVine. They invested money in Lonzo. They're paying Vucevic, and they traded for Vucevic. Traded draft picks for him. Signed and traded for DeRozan. They made significant investments to bring these guys in here. Is it guaranteeing them a chip? They're going to be competitive in the East, no doubt. Are they better than the Nets with Kyrie and the Bucks? I don't see it. Are they better than Philly? I think they're pretty close. I still like the way Philly's playing even without Simmons. But the Bulls made a significant investment to bring these guys in there. And once they sign LaVine, there's not going to be that much cap for them to make moves. The next moves that they're going to have to make if they want to continue to upgrade that team, well, you want to see if Patrick Williams takes another step. I like him. Obviously, he's a good player. Kobe White, can he take another step? They have Ayo off the bench. He's their defensive-minded point guard. How do they fortify their bench to become a championship team? You know, may have to trade some of their younger players to do that. Who knows? But salary-wise, they're going to be pretty committed once they re-up LaVine. So, you know, the Lonzo and DeRozan, when people love it, they seen DeRozan hitting the back-to-back jumper, the back-to-back buzzer beaters and whatnot. They made a significant investment to put that team together. So, that, you know, we'll see what happens with them. Okay, we heard from Mohamed in the Discord. I'm gonna queue up Sneaker Premiere on the Discord, and on the phones I'm gonna go to Jose from Tampa. Jose, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, how you doing, CP? It's been a while.
Yeah, man. How you doing, bro?
Congratulations on your success. It's crazy how far you are now from
Thanks
before last time I called. Hey, one of the hardest things about being a fan is like when you was talking about seeing other teams do short moves, and you wonder, you know, why we couldn't do that. And, you know, like you said, Chicago, one of the best moves they did before the free agency, they got Vucevic. I thought that was a great deal. Vucevic was not really wanted in Orlando. But anyway, yeah, like it's the same thing with the Knicks. We went for Fournier, but I don't think that's going to work out the way we want it. Well, obviously it's not working out, but it's just he doesn't fit. I don't think for what we are expecting.
He's been stinking up the joint, man. He's been stinking up the joint. You know.
Yeah, and you know his defense is crap.
Yeah.
And I knew that he had that reputation before, but you know, I thought that maybe you know when they signed him, I was like, hopefully you know the tips can turn him into a good defender or a decent defender. He did some progress with Randall. But no, not at all. And he's destined to the bench. I think he should come off the bench. And, you know, at least he's not paid so much that we won't be able to get rid of him eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a piece on a bigger trade. So the other thing I wanted to say about I knew that we were not probably going to, we were not, most likely we're not going to win today, but I was expecting more fight from the young kids, and I saw they looked tight out there, and I was like, why are they some of them like a lot of time they were hesitating to shoot when they were open. It's like why, and I was wondering why don't they run more like screen and rolls? They needed to change something to get them open looks, and maybe, you know, they don't know if they should shoot or not. They looked like hesitant.
Yeah,
it was disappointing in that regard.
Man. They definitely were, man, and appreciate the call. I mean, look, they had their opportunities. They had looks. They just weren't knocking them down. It's the same with the OKC game. They had good looks. They weren't knocking them down. But give credit to the Raptors as well, man. Like I said, that's a well-coached team. They defend. They have length. They have size. You know, they have size. And so that's a tough defense to play against because they mix it up. They'll give you a little man, they give you a little zone, a little matchup zone. So a team that, again, like the Knicks, that's trying to come together, a team that doesn't have a true point guard and a true go-to guy, you're going to get frustrated. That team will frustrate you. But you're right. Fournier's been terrible. There's no other way around it. All right, Sneaker Premiere on the Discord. Let's go. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, bro.
All right. The only thing I wanted to say is this idea that, trading Randall and rebuilding is just like Jay from Florida would say, it's just an idea. There's no precedent in the NBA of what a rebuild is. Everybody says they want to rebuild, but then that's where the theory stops. So what exactly is a rebuild? I want any fan that's in the chat to tell me a team that's rebuilding into a championship. Because all the teams that's rebuilding and drafting young players, they're not any good. So the only thing that works in the NBA is nothing works because it's so hard to win a championship.
It's luck, man.
So if you want to rebuild,
lucky,
you're not necessarily wrong. And if you want to compete, you're not necessarily wrong. Here's just a quick stat. In the last 30 years, these are the only players that a team has drafted that led them to a championship. You got Jordan, Duncan, Kobe, Curry, Wade, Dirk, Giannis, and Olajuwon. That's it. Those are the only players that a team drafted in the last 30 years that went on to be the best player on the team that won the championship. And all of those players are top 20 players of all time. Right. So if you don't get those players, then what's the point if the end goal is to win a championship? There's only one thing that works in the NBA to win a championship. You have to have a top 7 player in the league currently to win a championship. So everything you do in your organization has to be built around the idea that you have to get one of those players. So if you can get lucky, that means you have to have the right pick in the right year, and you also have to be the team to select them. So, you can have a top 4 pick, but if there's no Curry, Jordan, Duncan, LeBron available, then you don't get that player. Right. Or you can get that player through free agency or trade. But one thing everybody needs to remember is top 7 players in the league, they choose the team that they go to. You don't choose them. They either axe out their contract with around 2 years later, and they come up with, 2 years left. They come up with a list of teams that they're willing to play for. So if you're not on that list, they don't go to your team.
Luck is a big part of it, bro. Luck is a big part of it, bro.
So what the Knicks need to do is just build their organization to where they're the team that gets chosen. So whatever's the best method to do that is what the Knicks need to do. And that doesn't necessarily mean rebuild and just go for draft picks. It could be, but it could not be. So nobody can tell anybody if they're right or wrong because there's no precedence for either situation.
It's all different, man. It's all different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, and people think, well, this team is ahead of us. This team is ahead of us. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, like is OKC really ahead of us?
It doesn't work that way.
They got a whole bunch of picks. Are they going to win? Are they going to win the title?
It does not work that way. The Nets weren't ahead of anybody when they went out and got KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. They weren't ahead of anybody. They were a 6th seed in the East. They had Joe Harris running around. They weren't ahead of anybody per se.
And CP, no one liked the 2018 version of Randall, right? If the Knicks traded the 2018 version of Randall, which no one liked, to Brooklyn, KD and Kyrie would have still went to Brooklyn because of the decision why they wanted to go there. It's not because of it's more than just what's there at the time. If you take the whole Brooklyn team and you traded the whole team to Detroit, KD and Kyrie went to Detroit. They wanted to go to that location for their own reasons. So it's all luck. So nobody's wrong is what the point is. You can't tell somebody their method is wrong and we have to do it one way. Everybody's right because it's the hardest league. You just need a top 7 player. So whatever you have to do to get that player is what you should do.
Yeah.
No, that's my only point.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Good calls, man. Sneaker Premiere. Where's Sneaker Premiere at, man? Let the people know where you at, bro.
It's in Maryland, but we got a website coming soon. I'm gonna try to link up with you that and give everybody 30% off.
No doubt.
On Jordan, Jeezys, and all the hype shoes.
Let's go. My guy Marcus from Sneaker Premier. Good call, bro. Make sure you call back, man.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. My guy Marcus from Sneaker Premier. Hey, that's what I've been trying to tell you, man. That's a 5-star call right there. Throw some 5s in the chat for Marcus, man. It's the hardest league to build. And somebody said football. I don't believe that. Because in football, you have 7 rounds in a draft. You could go deep into the draft, build the trenches out with late picks. There's a lot of different ways you can go in football, man. Football, you can turn things around quickly. Basketball is not that easy. It's not that easy to build a chip in basketball. You can truly go deep into drafts in football and find some really good plays that can help your team win games. You know, a lot of times, look at some of these premier positions. Look at the Giants with Saquon Barkley, man. You don't need that to build a championship team in football. You don't need a star running back. You can go get that later in the draft. Look at all the running backs that have won on these Super Bowl teams. They're all retreads. And speaking of the Giants, man. I already figured, to be prepared for a Knicks loss today. So I skipped the Giants game completely because they're just totally unwatchable, man. My guy Junior Caroma, Giants fan, they're completely unwatchable, man. Completely unwatchable. But it's a tough league to build in, like Marcus was saying, man. It's a tough league to build in. But what the Knicks are trying to do is they feel like through winning games and fortifying their vets with their young players with vets, it'll elevate the younger talent. Then you see, will the cream rise to the top? Who that is? Who's going to help you, build, and who's going to help you bring in additional talent? There's no silver bullet to building this thing, man. There's no silver bullet to build in this thing. Daniel Sturgis says, remember when nobody wanted to pay Fred VanVleet $20 a year? I mean, there was no chance he was leaving the Raptors anyway, man. There was no chance. But yeah, good job by VanVleet today. 35 points. I mean that Raptors championship team, perfect example. Perfect example. Yes, they did draft DeRozan. He was the hometown stud. He was there for several years. They couldn't get past LeBron, but they were still competing. But during that time, they had guys that they were developing. They were developing Siakam, who was in and out. G League, this, that, and the third. Issues with the coach. VanVleet coming in. Lowry was a trade. They traded for Lowry. A lot of those guys on Toronto, I don't think any of those guys were lottery picks. Not even Kawhi Leonard when they won that championship. They ultimately pull off the trade for DeRozan for Kawhi. They gambled for Reynolds and Kawhi, and it paid off. Got him a championship. So, Toronto's path to the championship was certainly unorthodox, man. And I also think they got lucky because if Clay didn't get hurt, I wasn't so sure they were going to beat the Warriors that year. But they certainly competed well. Somebody in the chat said, look at the Pistons. Pistons had maybe a 2 to 3 year run. They did go to back-to-back finals. They had a 2 to 3 year run where they were at the top of the East, a contender with no lottery picks. But they had a formula based on their defense, Larry Brown, so on and so forth. They had solid point guard play in Mr. Big Shot. They did have a nice mid-level score on Rip Hamilton. Don't sleep on Rip. Rip coming off those screens will make you pay. They had the wing, the prototypical wing right now that you've seen in the league. That was Tayshaun Prince. And then they had my guy Sheed, though. They had the 3-level scorer, Rasheed Wallace, played defense, and then you had Ben, who was just lockdown defense and rebounding. Pistons had a great group. And then off the bench, they had some great veterans. They had Lindsey Hunter coming off the bench. Who else they had? Like Eldon Campbell. Pistons had some guys. They had Max Seal. You know. Pistons had a squad, but it was mainly a veteran squad. Primarily a veteran. They had Darko, right? Should have had Melo, but they had Darko on that team. But, you know, it's not easy, man. Definitely not easy. All right, we'll take a couple more calls. I'm going to salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boy. CP the franchise here, solo dolo, man. Knicks lose to the Raptors, 120-105. As usual, people, this show is presented by Prize Picks. What is Prize Picks? Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy, man. It's a new kid on the block and probably the best daily fantasy prop operator out there on the market. They have more NBA daily fantasy props than any other operator out there. And what do I mean by props? Props is simply over under. So when we play Prize Picks, when me, JD, CK play Prize Picks, that's what we're doing. We're predicting whether a player is going to go over or under a given stat that Prize Picks sets every night. And so you can mix and match. All you're doing is picking between 2 to 5 players on Prize Picks, and then you're predicting whether or not they're going to go over or under a given stat. And today being Sunday, you can mix and match sports. So you can play NFL, football, you can play NBA, you can play college, you can mix and match so you don't have to play one sport over another. But for me, I mainly play NBA, obviously, and I like to play the Knicks game. And this is, you are able to play this in New York, for those of you that have been questioning that. So here are my picks for today. I didn't get home in time to play the Knicks game, and there were several picks that I was looking to make, including RJ over free throws and Van Fleet over points, which had hit. So I was kind of salty about that. But the first pick I made in Prize Picks today, with Jared Allen back and Kevin Love's scoring output and usage on an uptick, I feel like Marketing's production is going to slip a little bit. So I picked Lowry Marketing under 14.5 points. And so far he's got 9 points, and that game is 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Cleveland up by 1. So figure he'll have another run with the bench unit. I mean, he's got to score 6 more points. I'm sorry, she's got to score 5 more points to beat this. It's possible. I was definitely still alive in that one, so it's possible. Next one, Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton has scored over 15 points in 6 out of his last 10 games. Kings at home hosting the Miami Heat. So I'm rolling the dice here on Tyrese Halliburton. I'm going over 15.5 points for, as Jay from Florida would say, no Halliburton. But my guy Halliburton has been on point, so I'm going Halliburton. Next up, I'm going with the rebound for the Phoenix Suns, man. After getting washed up by the Boston Celtics on New Year's Day, I'm going with the rebound in Charlotte, and I'm going with their defense, and I'm going with Gordon Hayward under 17.5 points. So I'm looking for a stout defensive effort from Jay Crowder and Mikal Bridges as well. LeBron James, man. How can you go against LeBron James right now? Been going crazy on a crazy run of 30 points or more. I believe it's like almost 10 straight games now. Heat at home. Lakers at home against the Timberwolves tonight. So I'm going LeBron over 30.5 points. And then my last pick was Devin Booker. Devin Booker in Charlotte. I'm looking for a rebound game from the Suns overall. I'm going Devin Booker over 27.5 points. The Hornets are leading the league in points scored by opposing. They're one of the worst in the league by points scored by an opposing shooting guard. So I'm going with Book over 27.5 points, man. So for you guys at home, make sure you go to prizepicks.com and enter promo code KFTV for a 100% match on your deposit of up to $100. So it's a good deal. It is available in New York. Some of you guys have been asking me. It is available to be played in New York. So go ahead and play it and try your luck, man. Prize Picks. Okay, here we go. Let's go to back to the phones. Mo from Australia. Mo, what's good?
Guaranteed contract.
Mo, what's good, bro?
Hey, KnicksFanTV. How you guys doing? Happy New Year, everybody.
Same to you, man.
You're a champion, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Love what you guys do. Look, I just wanted to come in with some, let's just say, 2022 positive energy here. Look, we win or we learn. We are disappointed with getting those losses on the column, but the way I'm looking at it is, there's a whole group of us that wanted, the young kids to get a run and a burn. We're learning to see how they play. We're understanding their feelings, where their weakness and gaps are. You're not going to get that in scrimmages. You need the games. So the worst come worst situation I see is this season becomes a learning situation. We've been hampered by health issues, like say Lenz has been out for a while. So we haven't had that durability that, let's say, we had last year, or that the health impact wasn't really as negative as last year. This year's been hard. So let's take what we can and learn off it. It's not all sinking ship. I'm not going to jump off the Knicks ship. The organization is trying to build itself to be a reputable organization after a long, long time. And I think some other callers already said that. So I'm still staying positive as long as we see the young kids in this situation where we have Randall out, we have Kemba and Rose out, and Nerlens and Mitch. The younger guys step up, learn how to lose positively. Let's just put it that way. I was listening to Obi speak. I think Obi needs some more basketball IQ help. That's just my personal take. But the kid's mindset's right. He's talking about playing together, winning together. And what is he, 21, 22?
Oh, no, Obi's on his way to 25, man. Obi's on his way to 25.
Yeah. But, as a young man, he's got his head straight. You know what I mean? Like, I think so. And the game will come. And I think, CP, you mentioned this before, too. None of these guys were picked very, very high in the sense of, they were going to be franchise pieces.
That's right.
They were picked, I think, they're good quality pieces. And I think the strategy was to leverage our veterans as we play in. But, because of health situations or whatever, it hasn't panned out. And I'm hoping that, 2022, as we turn this new page, when Randall comes back, I'm hoping that he has a fresh way of thinking and just takes that leadership position. He is still the engine. Again, no one's saying he's, Devin Booker or Lillard or Giannis. But you know what? Giannis took a while to take off, right? The guy worked. And that's what I want to see. If there's anything I'd like to see in the next half of the season, and this is my criticism, but the critique rather, the 48 minutes of effort on both sides of the ball, just effort, and that's all I wish for the young players and even for the vets. Just put it out on the floor for 48 minutes. We've got the depth to do that. When everyone's healthy, but let's everyone out there smash those likes. This fan base is going to develop that energy that hopefully flows through to the Knicks roster. You know what I mean? Let's do that. I'm not going to be downbeat. No, it's not worth it.
Mo Ball, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. Enjoy it. It's my guy Mo from Australia on the check-in. Where you guys checking in from, man? My guy Mo calls in from Australia every night, damn near, man. Definitely a dedicated and diehard KnicksFanTV fan, folks. So definitely appreciate all your support, man. For you guys in the chat, type in your cities, throw your flags in the chat, and let me know where you guys are checking in from. And I'll salute a couple that have come through. Shout out to Hot Dorito. I believe this is a South Korean currency. $50 South Korean currency. He says KFTV didn't grow in 18 days. People do not get promoted in 18 days. So why are fans expecting rookies to grow in 18 games on a very limited minutes? Guys, you got points there, man. Got to let this thing marinate, That's all it is. Gotta let these things marinate. But yeah, look, it's understandable. I understand both sides of the argument. I understand the impatient fans that have been sitting through this thing year in and year out and been disappointed with the lack of progress from this team. But as I said, we have a new regime in here, and they're not. You can't expect them to right all the wrongs that have gone on and all the mismanagement that has occurred in the past. They have their own vision. They have their own plan. We have to evaluate them once that is up. Now, there's been some duds. Noel's contract, Fournier's contract, the Obi draft was questionable. Do you like the value that they got at it quickly? Do you like the value that they've gotten so far out of Grimes and McBride? What does Rokas turn into? We shall see. So we got to take all that into consideration. Do you like the value that they got so far in Sims? Well, we got to see. We got to see what happens once they make their big move. And yeah, you're hoping that comes sooner rather than later for sure. Salute to Layson Miller, says Obi's 23. Okay, I thought he was 24 going on 25. All right, so he's 23. He's got to be 24 soon. Shout out to SGP9 NYC. He's checking in from Queens and Elmont. Shout out to you, Anthony Coronel, Corona Queens. Shout out to Anthony. Appreciate that. Who else we got in here? We have Croatia Knicks checking in from Croatia, obviously. Jean Sheriel, Brooklyn by repping Haiti. My guy JST Jordan, JA Stand Up Jamaica, what's good? I know my guy Shamboy's in here, what's good? Crystal DeVore checking in from ATL, New York born. Okay. Same here. Used to dribble down to ATL as well. Used to dribble down to VA too. People in there saying John Wall, please. I don't want to see that. John Wall, please. Alex Huff talking about trade for John Wall. I hope that's a joke. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way, brother. You dig? Checking it from J.A. What's good, man? Wheezy, what's good? Wheezy the Misfit. How you feeling, man? We got Terrell Turner, team hashtag new. Terrell, how you feeling? All right, couple more. Let's go rapid fire with the rest of these, and then let's wrap up. E-Crossover on the Discord. You up next. E-Crossover, let's go. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, what's up, CP?
What's good, man?
Yeah, everything's good right now. Chilling, just hanging out in the house right now. Just finished watching some of the game and the highlights and everything.
Okay.
So the main discussion I want to say is that everybody keeps talking about, oh, we miss Randall. The dude has been playing trash all season long. It's like you get 2 games out of these young bucks and you're expecting the glorious 5 to happen. Like, oh, we expect Obi to drop 30, 25. Like, you gotta let him be in that role.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just sit over here and just think that he's gonna just turn out to be the top 8 pick that he was in Dayton. You gotta let him marinate and see what he does on the road. And I gotta admit though, man, they had no rim protection at all. We missed Mitch on that one. No.
Yeah, I mean, you had Mitch, Noel, and Sims all out, man.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you expect a 36, 35-year-old Taj to do, man?
Right.
And you look kind of guess he couldn't keep up with Siakam, and Obi tried to do his best, but they had a lot of size. Like you said, they had at least 4 to 3 wings almost every time on the floor.
Yep.
That's a lot of penetration to go and try to stop all the time and play. And Obi played 45 minutes? 44?
Obi played. He had to. He played 45 minutes.
Exactly.
You wanted to see him play. He played today.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong. He had a really good mid-range shot off the pick and pop and everything. Like, I'm seeing different types of moves, and they need to play him more in the post the same way they do with Randall. I would love for Obi to get his shot down, because I know it's a little far-fetched, but he goes out and runs, and I think that will push Randall if Randall comes back, and to have him play either the 3 or the 4. But he has to play better to get that shot down. Even though people don't believe that he could play the 3, I just think that with more wingspan that we have throughout the perimeter, I think that'll be better for us. But we need a better point guard in order to hold that down. Kemba's not going to be that guy. No. D Rose ankle is always being knick-knack. He had surgery recently. Yeah. McBride, I don't really know what to say about that. Today wasn't a good game for him. Van Vliet was just having a maul with all the guards that were guarding him. Mm-hmm. And the last point I want to make is just RJ Barrett, man, with the turnovers. It's kind of like the same way with the way Julius is. Sometimes they just don't. They're just not aware of their surroundings.
Got to be crisp, man, especially against this team. They're third in the league in steals.
Yeah,
you gotta have the scouting report, man. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what's pissing me off the most. That I was just seeing they were just lackadaisical passing, and the team overall. Honestly, I just feel as if once they're figured out, what they need to do around the offense. Just try to dribble and penetrate, but don't work. They do the same thing like I said last time. They just stay there, drain the clock out, and then just get last minute shots. And that was happening a lot. And it just seems like they were just begging for somebody to bail them out. And once they get figured out, I just see the energy being low. I don't see nobody like going out and I don't see Tibbs talking to them like, hey, you got this. Keep going. I don't see no emotion sometimes. I feel like they're just down on themselves now because they don't have anybody, or they feel as if, they're not going to really win games. I don't know. I'm just seeing a lack of energy.
It goes
from,
back to your
all
point.
Them at times.
They looking for Julius. Point blank,
But
period.
Julius brings the bad energy too.
Well,
so it's like,
he's not having a good year. He's not having a good year. I appreciate the call, but you can't deny the fact that he's the best player on the team. For better or worse, do or die. That's the guy. He has to play better, and it has to trickle down for them to have any sort of success, playoff potential, whatever the case may be. It starts and ends with Julius. He's got to come back and play better. That's just where we are, man. But yeah, you got to take care of the ball, man. I see one play where, Knicks have 2-on-1 fast break and Quickly's looking to throw the lob to Obi. Scotty Barnes playing it perfectly. And you just, in your head, you're like, don't throw it. Don't throw the lob. He's going to take it. Throws the lob, gets it taken away. Lazy passes on the dribble handoffs. Just not crisp. You got to be crisp against his team. They're all built like Stretch Armstrong. Number 3 in the league in steals. Got to get right, man. Got to. So let's hope they look better Tuesday night against the Pacers. Nate from Rochester. Oh, we lost Nate. Nate, call back in, man. I pressed the wrong button on the Discord. Let's go to Obi-Wan Jabroni. Go ahead and unmute your mic, bro. Obi on the Discord. I have to figure I know what he's going to talk about, but... okay. Obi going once. All right. Not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's eating dinner. All right, Nate from Rochester. Nate, what's going on? Go ahead and unmute your mic, bro.
You got me?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right, cool. Real quick, I know you got to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to do any of the long-term talk. It's kind of boring. Like we all know when you're a top 7 player. I'll just say this. Like, we keep using the young players. Like, what bothers me is we want to play the young players, right? And if they play good, it's like, that's great and all. But if they play bad, then it's going to be like, oh, yeah, they're young. And we kind of use that as a cop-out. It's like, we got to...
Yeah.
Like, they still got to perform. Like, you look at other young cores in the league, they're doing better than ours. That just is what it is.
Like
but
who?
I don't want to talk about that.
Like who?
The Hornets. I would say...
The Hornets?
Yeah. LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges. I would say the Cavaliers, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland. We can keep going down the list. I got to pull a team of standings. But I just think, like, compared to other teams, we're a little bit behind in that department. And that's not really the hugest deal in the world to me.
Yeah.
But, but that's not what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Real quick. Kemba Walker, we know he's out for who knows how long. We actually don't know how long he's out. But I do know we signed Archie Diacono, and they said we're looking to keep him for the rest of the season or something like that. It's kind of making me think like, oh, Kemba might be out for the season.
Yeah. I think that could be maybe Selden. Maybe they get rid of Selden, though.
Yeah. But what it leads me to my point is a problem with this team is, I don't know if you've ever checked, we're 29th in the league in assists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't, like, our team, we're just like, we have role players, right? And I don't think none of our players are necessarily bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We just don't have that great guy. We also don't have a guy that connects us. Like, think of like a Draymond Green, like an Aaron Gordon. Or like, say Julius Randle creates the advantage. I feel like when we get into that state, we just don't have somebody to like make the right pass. You know what I mean? Or like make the right play.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you could put that on coaching. You could put that on like our players, but it's like, it's an issue. And it's like something we need to address. And I don't think we need to make some grand move. I just think we need to make the next move to get us a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that could be trading for even like Joe Ingles might be on the way out. Is he going to solve all our problems? No, but he might make us a little bit better. He might help the team flow a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just small moves. You don't have to do nothing crazy, but I still think we should be looking to try to get better. If that means trading like a second round pick, or even like a McBride or something who's like a late first, like you can get a player like McBride or any of those guys like in any draft. Like if we trust our front office to draft well, I also trust them to make a trade for somebody that's going to improve the team. You know what I mean? like we don't have to be so married to the players. Just try to get a little bit better. Make us an attractive free agent place. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be something crazy. Hey, that's all I really got, man.
All right, that McBride comment might get you some tomatoes in the chat, but you kept it real, man. I give you credit. I give you credit for that.
Chat was tomato me. It don't matter anymore.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Man. Yeah. Now, look, good points. Look, I mean, you got to love where the Cavs are right now. They're playing great. You know, they're playing very, very well, and that's with Garland. Mobley, Jared Allen leading the way. Cavs are playing well, man. There's no question. They are playing well. Charlotte looks good. You know, they're pretty decent. Obviously, LaMelo's there. You have Miles Bridges. They got a good team. And they definitely have a good team. So, let's just see where it ends up, man. That's all I can say right now. But it's just the growing pains that we have to deal with. And you're right. You know, with the Knicks being dead last or close to dead last in assists, it just points to not having that point guard. It points to, you can't just rely on Julius to be a playmaker for you. You need more. It points to the coaching. The lack of offensive, schemes. Yeah, they have a couple that they run. You know, they have a couple plays that they run, couple sets that they run. But, you know, it's just not hasn't been crisp. Has not been crisp. All right, so to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let me let's close this thing out, man. JBoogie, North Carolina. JBoogie, let's go.
Salute. 3 capital S's. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Goodbye 2021. We made it through another year. We are successful to start all over. This is the first day of the new year. What are you going to do to start your new year off right? You know what I'm saying? Get the upsetness out your mind frame and get ready, because tomorrow is Monday. You got to go to work. Don't be mad and upset. You got to go to work tomorrow. Be happy you got a job to start, you know what I'm saying, making some more money for all that shopping you just did. You know what I'm saying? God bless everybody. Hope everybody's staying healthy and safe, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of yourself. That thing is out there, man. It's been a great year for us. It's been a great year for us together. When I say together, I'm talking about KnicksFanTV, the chat, the panel, all of us, Chuck D, everything. We've been here all together, you know what I'm saying? And the great thing about it, we know how to get through. Whatever it is we going through, we know how to get through it, because we done been down this road before. So we know how to keep pushing. We loyal people, so we going to continue on standing strong, pat, right here, and dealing with whatever the issue is. Whatever it takes for us to get better, that's what we're going to do, because we're loyal. And everybody here that's listening right now on the chat, on the panel, worldwide, wherever you're at, we love that orange and blue. And I ain't talking about the Denver Broncos. I ain't talking about the Auburn Tigers or anybody else wearing the orange and blue. I'm talking about that New York Knicks. No matter what's going on with the team, we're still going to stand up, you know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of things going on for Florida. A lot of people came from Florida, you know what I'm saying? They came to New York. I watched the Tampa Bay. They from Florida. And Antonio Brown came to New York and took his jersey off. Hey, Jay, you ain't got to come to New York and take your jersey off, too, now. Stay a Knicks fan. Stay with us, you know what I'm saying? Don't leave us, you know what I'm saying? I just want to play with you, my brother. That's all, man. But be easy, man. A lot of people just think patient is what the hospital has. No, be patient and relax on what's going on. I don't want to cook. Everybody talking about let's cook. No, before you can cook, you need the ingredients first. So let us get the ingredient factor down first, and then we can start cooking up some meals, you know what I'm saying, and serving out some plates and inviting people to dinner. But until then, we got to get the ingredient right, man. So everybody still pump your brakes, you know what I'm saying? First is we don't need Julius. Now we need Julius. First is let the young kids play. Now it's nothing. We ain't got the right young kids to, you know what I'm saying, playing. Stop mixing and matching and mixing and deal with what we got, man. That's the only way we're going to prosper. They feed off our energy. Right now, the team is lost, and they look at it for any type way to get some, you know what I'm saying, some leadership, some guidance. And that's what we got to do. We ain't got to keep, you know what I'm saying, trying to throw every situation up under the bus. We need Julius. A lot of people say we don't need Julius. We need Julius. At least we know we got a chance to win games with Julius, you know what I'm saying? But he got to correct this game and get his game up the part. And we need also RJ, but he got to learn how to play his role and be a leader and do things opposite of what Julius did. And that's how everybody else going to form together. Be patient. Let the office keep doing what they doing. Let them figure it out. And when they figure it out, they going to bring it to the table. I know you're mad, you're upset, the office is doing things, you don't know what they doing. You ain't supposed to know what they doing because you're going to go leak something. Be easy, man, and let the team come together. It's 2022, the first day of it, the first Sunday, man. God bless everybody. Continue to stay healthy and safe, man. God bless the team, man. God bless KnicksFanTV. God bless my GM, CP, you know what I'm saying? Been doing what he been doing. He done took us through a whole lot. We don't watch through the whole year. He don't knock Max Kellerman head. God bless Super Dave. He don't got a promotion. God bless the Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? Ashley Moore. She somewhere. She getting more pluses. You know what I'm saying? God bless CK2K. God bless JDL. JD Sports Store. God bless me. God bless everybody in the chat, man. Continue on doing what you're doing, man. I love y'all, man. Stay loyal and stop trying to throw dirt over the top of the people, you know what I'm saying, when they're on top of the dirt. Rest in peace to the ones under the dirt. But we ain't done yet. We just beginning. It's the foundation. God bless you all. Have a great week, man. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's.
JBoogie with a closing sermon. That's how you close the show. Hit a 5 in the chat for JBoogie, man. Throw some 5s in the chat for JBoogie. Hit that like button for JBoogie. 5-star sermon. We need the ingredients. Still working, man. We need the ingredients. So, yeah, man, that's just how it's going to go, man. It's tough time right now with injuries and COVID protocol, and just it's been a tough season for this team. It's been a tough season for this team, man. So hang in there. That's all I can say. Hang in there, Knicks Nation, man. But appreciate everybody for joining in. Definitely appreciate. We definitely hit 1,000 people in here, so that's always a good thing. Let me salute the super chats that have come in. I don't know why my super chat screen is white. I can't see them. But let me see what's going on here. What's going on? Okay, I can't see some of them, but I'm going to read what I can read. And salute to Paris Duggar. He says RJ was outstanding in the game at New Orleans. Salute Paris Duggar. Papo171, he says Amari 2.0. Remember the bad Hall of Famer in Nash. Remember he had a Hall of Famer in Nash giving him the ball. Who we got giving Obi the ball? Knicks desperately need a floor general. Yeah, that's a fact. Who's Mark fan? Appreciate it. He says ACP was good. Crazy loss. He says ACP crazy loss, but we'll bounce back. Where's Ash? Any updates on when she's coming back? I don't know. Whenever she's available. You know, I mean, listen, people have their lives, people have work, people have things to do. So, you know, we're gonna rotate a lot of people in and out. But you know, the team is the team. It's myself. You have CK2K, you have JD, you have Ashley, you have Alex. So you'll see a combination. You know, throughout the season, and that's all based on availability. Bennett Cognato says they love to hate Papa Julius. He's our engine. Shout out to Fife. He says these games just show how important it is to have a veteran point guard. They should be better when Kemba gets back and Rose. OB needs to be more aggressive. Yeah, we're missing a lot of pieces out there, man. It's hard to judge this team when we're just not at full strength. Paul Robinson says the team that gets chosen by a free agent is a team that looks like they're a piece away. We thought we were last year and we're not. What's the plan? That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. I wouldn't say that. But certainly winning helps. You know, certainly winning helps. So, you know, that was the goal, but it just hasn't been working out this year. So, Junior Karoma says, damn, what a phenomenal call, man. I think you were talking about my guy Marcus, Sneaker Premier. Kai's Associate 718 says Knicks need to go all in on rebuilding. I believe they're stunting the rebuild by signing old, past prime, and often injured vets. Plus, we're overpaying journeymen like Fournier. Rebuild. Well, I think ultimately Fournier's job will be taken by Grimes. RJ's spot is solidified. Quickly can have the point if he can play the point. We haven't seen the consistency there from him. So, look, I think, if the kids show that, they're ready for it, they'll get it. Look, McBride got the opportunity 2 games in a row to start at the point. The kids will get the opportunity. Al Diddy, $5 Super Chats says, we're disappointed the kids didn't show out, but it's cool. Let's hope Randall and the vets get back soon. We'll be in town for the Pacers Celtics game. So 2 polarizing viewpoints on the state of things. Ayu Maitan says the Raptors players all got Giannis wingspan. Yeah, 100%. Above the rim says John Wall, really? Alex F, please stop. Jay from Florida losing his mind. I'm not blaming the front office. Can we please structure our rebuild around a damn point guard, especially after getting Obi? JBoogie, amen. We need a point guard, man. We need a point guard for like the last 15 years. Jeremy Maynard says, Jay, let him know we can't even act fly until we are strong at the wings. Absolutely, man. Definitely. So, great show, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow for Knicks Weekly, recapping the good, the bad, and the ugly. Knicks go 2-2 on the week. Remember that this show is presented by Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com, enter promo code KFTV for a 100% match on your deposit of up to $100. Remember, you don't have to deposit $100. You can deposit $20 if you want, but if you deposit $20, they'll match you $20. So now you have $40 to play with. Always play responsibly, and yes, you can play in New York. There are a number of states. Just read the FAQs on prizepicks.com. They'll tell you what states that you can play in and what you can't play in. I don't want to read the list just today, but I will eventually read it. Also, go to manscaped.com, enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping on your Lawnmower 4.0, your Perfect Package 4.0, and all other Manscaped products. Remember that this show is available in audio podcast format. All the major podcast platforms. You can go to KnicksFanTV.com to find the show links for tonight. And like I said, man, we will see you guys tomorrow for Knicks Weekly, man. Knicks lose a tough one, 120 to 105, up in the 6. Bounce back Tuesday against the Pacers. See you guys, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Thanks again for tuning in. CP, I'm out of here.